Neolithic period, New Stone Age. The term Neolithic is derived from the Greek word neo, which means new, and lithic meaning stone. Thus, the term Neolithic Age refers to the New Stone Age. It is also termed as Neolithic Revolution since it introduced a lot of important changes in man's social and economic life. The Neolithic Age saw man turning into a food producer from food gatherer. Characteristic features of the Neolithic Age: tools and weapons. The people used microlithic blades in addition to tools made of polished stones. The use of chelts was especially important for ground and polished hand axes. They also used tools and weapons made of bones, such as needles, scrapers, borers, arrowheads, etc. The use of new polished tools made it easier for humans to cultivate, hunt and perform other activities in a better manner. Agriculture. The people of the Neolithic Age cultivated land and grew fruits and corn like ragi and horse gram, kulati. They also domesticated cattle, sheep and goats. Pottery. With the advent of agriculture, people were required to store their food grains as well as to cook, eat the product, etc. That's why it is said that pottery appeared in this phase on a large scale. The pottery of this period was classified under grey ware, black burnished ware, and matte impressed ware. In the initial stages of the Neolithic Age, handmade pottery was made, but later on, foot wheels were used to make pots. Housing and settled life. The people of Neolithic Age lived in rectangular or circular houses which were made of mud and reeds. Neolithic men also knew how to make boats and could spin cotton, wool and weave cloth. The people of the Neolithic Age led a more settled life and paved the way for the beginning of civilization. The Neolithic people did not live far away from the hilly areas. They inhabited mainly the hilly river valleys, rock shelters and the slopes of the hills, since they were entirely dependent on weapons and tools made of stone. Important Neolithic sites: 1 called Ihwa and Mahagara, lying south of Allahabad. This site provides evidence of circular huts along with crude handmade pottery. There is also evidence of rice, which is the oldest evidence of rice, not only in India but anywhere in the world. 2 Meghad, Balochistan, Pakistan, the earliest Neolithic site, where people lived in houses built of sun-dried bricks and cultivated crops like cotton and wheat. 3 Burzagam, Kashmir, the domestic dogs were buried along with their masters in their graves. People lived in pits and used tools made of polished stones as well as bones. 4 Gufkrul, Kashmir, this Neolithic site is famous for pit dwelling, stone tools and graveyards in houses. Chirand, Bihar, the Neolithic men used tools and weapons made of bones. 5 Pikla, Brahmagiri, Maski, Takalakota, Hulur, Karnataka, the people were cattle herders. They domesticated sheep and goats. Ash mounds have been found. 6 Pelin Valley, which is located on the northern spurs of the Vindhyas and middle part of Narmada Valley. All the 3 phases, i.e., Paleolithic, Mesolithic and Neolithic ages, are found in sequence. Chalcolithic Age, Stone Copper Age. The Chalcolithic Age marked the emergence of the use of metal along with stone tools. The first metal to be used was copper. The Chalcolithic Age largely applied to the pre-Harappan phase, but in many parts of the country, it appears after the end of the Bronze Harappan culture. Characteristics of the Chalcolithic Age: agriculture and cattle rearing. The people living in the Stone Copper Age domesticated animals and cultivated food grains. They domesticated cows, sheep, goats, pig and buffaloes and hunted deer. It is not clear whether they were acquainted with the horse or not. People ate beef but did not take pork on any considerable scale. The people of the Chalcolithic phase produced wheat and rice. They also cultivated bajra. They also produced several pulses such as lentil, majra, black gram, green gram, and grass pea. Cotton was produced in the black cotton soil of the Deccan and Rargai. Bajra and several millets were cultivated in the lower Deccan. The people belonging to the Stone Copper phase in the eastern regions lived mainly on fish and rice, which is still a popular diet in that part of the country. Pottery. The people of the Stone Copper phase used different types of pottery, one of which is called black and red pottery and seems to have been widely prevalent in that era. The ochre-colored pottery was also popular. The potter's wheel was used and painting with white linear designs was also done. Rural settlements. The people living in the Stone Age were characterized by rural settlements and were not acquainted with burnt bricks. They lived in thatched houses made of mud bricks. This age also marked the beginning of social inequalities, as chiefs lived in rectangular houses while the commoners lived in round huts. Their villages consisted of more than 35 houses of different sizes, circular or rectangular in shape. The Chalcolithic economy is considered as a village economy. Art and craft. The Chalcolithic people were expert coppersmiths. They knew the art of copper smelting and were good stone workers as well. They knew spinning and weaving and were well acquainted with the art of manufacturing cloth. However, they did not know the art of writing. Worship. Small clay images of earth goddesses have been found from the Chalcolithic sites. It is thus possible to say that they venerated the mother goddess. In Malwa and Rajasthan, stylized bull terracottas show that the bull served as a religious cult. Infant mortality. Infant mortality was high among the Chalcolithic people, as is evident from the burial of a large number of children in West Maharashtra. In spite of being a food-producing economy, the rate of infant mortality was very high. We can say that the Chalcolithic social and economic pattern did not promote longevity. Jewelry. The Chalcolithic people were fond of ornaments and decoration. The women wore ornaments of shell and bone and carried finely worked combs in their hair. They manufactured beads of semi-precious stones such as carnelian, steatite, and quartz crystal. Important Chalcolithic sites: one Nahar, Banas Valley, southeastern Rajasthan. The people of this region practiced smelting and metallurgy, supplied copper tools to other contemporary communities. Rice was cultivated here. Tugland, Banas Valley, Rajasthan. Stone blade industry was discovered here. 3 Damabad, Amnagar, Maharashtra, the largest jaw culture site in Godavari Valley. It is famous for recovery of bronze goods such as bronze rhinoceros, elephant, 2-wheeled chariot with a rider and a buffalo. 4 Malwa, Madhya Pradesh. The settlements of Malwa culture are mostly located on the Narmada and its tributaries. It provides evidence of the richest Chalcolithic ceramics, and also spindle whorls. 5 Kayatha, Madhya Pradesh. The settlement of Kayatha culture was mostly located on the Chambal River and its tributaries. Houses had mud-plastered floors, pre-Harappan elements in pottery along with copper objects with sharp cutting edges were found. 6 Chirand, Senua, Sonpa, Bihar, Mohasdal, West Bengal. These are the prominent Chalcolithic sites in these states. 7 Songwan, Inimgahan and Nasik, Maharashtra. Large mud houses with ovens and circular pit houses have been discovered here. 8 Navdatli, on Narmada. It was one of the largest Chalcolithic settlements in the country. It was spread over 10 hectares and cultivated almost all food grains. 9 Navasa, Jaw, Maharashtra, and Iran, Madhya Pradesh. These sites are known for their non-Harappan culture. Prehistoric period, Iron Age arrival of the Aryans, Vedic period Jainism, Buddhism Mahajanapadas, the first major civilization on the banks of the river Ganga after the Indus Valley.